Hanging in many forms is arguably one of the most potent exercises you can do for shoulder, spine, and grip health. So I have a challenge for you. Over the course of the next 30 days, your goal is to accumulate 4 minutes in multiple variations of the hang every single day for 30 days. Now, this doesn't mean you need to hang for 4 minutes straight, although that would be an impressive feat to work up towards. This is an accumulation. So in a 24-hour period, the goal is to have hung for 4 minutes on the bar. No different than if I were to hand you a gallon of water and say, you don't have to slam this in one go, you just need to have this empty by the end of the day. So as I already said, hanging has many benefits, some of them being increased grip strength. When it comes to your exercises, you can't lift what you can't grip. Your hand is your first point of contact for anything you do with your upper body in the gym. So it would make sense to learn that the stronger your grip is, the more strength you will automatically unlock. And as a side note, there's actually been some studies in recent years linking a longer lifespan to your grip strength. And then shoulder mobility. In Dr. John Kirsch's book that he wrote in the 90s, he essentially said that when you hang, the head of your humerus, your arm bone, pushes against what's called your acromion bone, which is the top of your shoulder, and creates more space in your shoulder. And so if you struggle with overhead mobility, reaching overhead, or just simply want to maintain what you have, again, hanging is one of the most potent tools you can use to do that. Now, there's a couple different hanging variations I'm going to prescribe for different people. If you have relatively healthy shoulders, you can use both. Here we go. So the first one is simply a passive hang. You're going to grip the bar, try to get to more of the middle of your hand at about a shoulder width grip. Okay, narrower is a good variation, but this is harder on the shoulders. So get a shoulder width grip. If the bar is thin enough to grip with your thumb underneath, do it. If it's too thick, or if you're hanging from the edge of a deck or a tree, you may need to go thumb over, and that's okay. But then from there, everything but your grip is relaxed in the hang. And so what you're gonna feel is a big stretch through the shoulder, through the lat. You're gonna feel some spine decompressing. As you develop more range in your shoulders, you wanna feel the shoulders shrugging up towards your ears. That's a great option to stretch the body out. But for those of you that might have tight shoulders, you might have current shoulder issues, you're gonna wanna think about doing the other one, which is called the active hang. So the active hang starts out the same way as the passive hang. Same grip, the shoulders are relaxed, only now, staying in a vertical plane, you're going to simply pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. We're not leaning back, because that is another hang variation. The active hang is simply sliding the shoulders down and staying vertical. Now, what do you do if you don't have the strength to hang from the bar at all, supporting all your body weight? What you're gonna do is use your feet for assistance. So you can use just your toes on the ground for as much assistance as you need, but no more than that. We don't wanna be flat-footed. We wanna just use our toes to remove temptation of using our feet more than we need to. Over time, you can remove one foot, and then finally both feet. Now, while the overarching goal is to accumulate that 4 minutes of hanging in each day, I wanted to give you some smaller bite goals to do. So a good benchmark to work up to is to be able to do a fully unsupported hang, meaning no foot assistance, for 30 seconds. That's a good initial benchmark. So for those of you that are right on the cusp, work up to that, working all the way up to 60 to even 90 seconds at a time. Now, if you're way far off from that, don't worry. You can use foot assistance for this entire challenge if you need to. You can split this up into as many small chunks as you need to, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds. It really doesn't matter, but what you're gonna need is a stopwatch. So either that's on your wrist, on your phone, and just like if you've done my squat challenge, every single time you go on the bar, just start your timer, and then when you're done, stop your timer and try to have that 4 minutes completed by the end of every day. Now, a couple other side notes. When you're doing your workouts or your warm-ups, let's say you have scapular pulls, the passive to active hang, that absolutely counts as part of your time. Make sure you start your timer before you do your set of passive to active hangs. And then for more advanced, You can also mix in finger assisted one arm hang, a full one arm hang, one arm scapular pulls. All of it counts towards the challenge of you getting that 4 minutes in the day. I can't wait to see where you'll be 30 days from now. And my biggest goal for you, my biggest desire for you to do this challenge is to generate what we call deprivation of movement, meaning in the same way that once you get used to drinking water, all of a sudden you start thirsting for it, literally. Like you feel the craving for more water, you're gonna start to feel the craving for more movement. And so if you've done my squat challenge, hopefully you started to experience that. You're gonna feel the same thing here. If you don't have a Dora pull-up bar or one like this, I highly recommend investing in one. It's gonna make it so much easier to hang from. But don't overthink what you can hang from. It can be the edge of a deck, it can be a tree, it can be anything you can get your hands around. So that's it, happy hanging.